Hey everybody, it's Qqcknd and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to try something, well, not different. I wanted to bring you guys a special episode, I guess, of Tattoo Talk Tuesday, but I'm hoping to put it out this weekend. So what is it? I don't know, but here we go. I get a lot of requests about what is in my tattoo travel bag, and that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I know what's in my bag is such a YouTube kind of thing, but because I do travel to get my tattoos, I thought I would share how I pack my bag from when I do travel a couple hours away overnight to get tattooed. I have a video all about my tattoo appointment essentials and a video about what to wear while I get tattooed and while I heal my tattoos. I'll leave links for both of those videos if you want to check those out. They are going to be a little different than this video. So this is my bag. This is my everyday bag, my purse, what I take to work, and it's also what I travel with when I get tattooed. And it seems small, but it honestly fits everything. It has a couple compartments inside. I got this from Zara last year. Zara is pretty good about having leather things and then fake leather things for $20 or $30 cheaper. So not only is it vegan, but it's less expensive and it's still a really sturdy bag. I don't know if they sell them anymore, but if they do, I'd definitely buy a replacement because mine is all scratched up from my cat. So right away on the outside of my bag, you'll see this friendly little fella. And this is a sound grenade. And this is by the brand Robocopp. You may have heard me talk about sound grenades before. I have a video all about safety tips you should know to save your life. If you've seen that video, you're familiar with the sound grenade. What this just is, and I'm not sponsored by Robocopp, it's just something I'm really into. If you feel like you are in danger or something, you would just pull this off of your bag and it would create a really loud siren sound, and it would scare someone away or it would bring attention to you if you were in danger. And I like to just have it honestly all the time, but especially when I go to New York or when I travel, I make sure it's somewhere on the outside of my bag. That way, when my bag's over my shoulder, something weird happens, I can just yank that thing and I should be okay. I have a discount code. Well, it's a discount code that works for $5 off for your sound grenade, which I feel like is a pretty good deal. Promo code is THANKSPHILLY. That never expires. Blah, blah, blah. That's what that is. On the front of my bag here, I have this little zipper. When I'm traveling, I don't like to keep money or anything in here just because it is pretty obvious. What I like about this bag though is the zipper doesn't fly open. You kind of have to give it a little bit of a pull. So if anyone were to come up behind you and try to take your bag, you would kind of feel that zipper because it is chunky and a little hard to handle. So in the front here, I just have some a pen, which I feel is always important. You never know. And then I have some tokens, which are definitely some old currency, kind of unique to Philadelphia. When I travel to get tattooed, I take public transit to the megabus. That way I'm not locking my bike up somewhere weird. So I always try to have tokens in my bag, just so it's one and done. I'm not dealing with any money or a bus pass or anything. Just drop the token in and I'm on my way. So that's all that's really in there, and 10 lipsticks. So opening up my bag, it might seem kind of freaky in here, but everything is compartmentalized in different bags. And I think that's just the best way to travel. And then I have this bag on top. So this bag, you might recognize it because I had it was in some Get Ready With Me or something, and this is just a yo shirt bag. And I keep it in here only if I am going to spend the night in New York. I have a video I have like a New York City vlog from the last time I spent the night in New York City, and this definitely makes an appearance because this is a really big bag, but it's great because it fits in here. And I think the best thing to do when you travel is to compartmentalize everything you're traveling with. Like, these are all just cosmetic bags, but I think it's the best because if you have to reach into your bag, if someone's watching you, obviously, like, everything has a place and everything isn't really obvious. And because I might be traveling with money or like a digital camera, if someone were to look over my shoulders, they just think that I have a ton of Ipsy bags. If I'm spending the night, this is like my overnight bag. And when I spend the night, when I get tattooed, I like to wear like breakaway clothes. I say that in one of my videos, like, I would wear this t-shirt because I could flip it the other way and put my arms through it for my back tattoo. And if it gets hot, take it off. If it gets cold, put it back on. But when I spend the night, I also wear like breakaway clothes. So if I were to spend the night in New York, I would probably wear like a skirt or jeans that I could definitely re-wear the next day. And then I'll pack like a change of shirt, a change of underwear. I always bring a change of socks when I get tattooed, no matter what. So those would be in there, like shirt and underwear would be in there. And I try to fold everything and then keep it on two sides so I can fold this in half. And then I have another bag, and this would just have like toothpaste, face wash, like a dummy toothbrush kind of thing, and then that all fits in there. When I don't spend the night, that extra space in my bag, I'll usually put a book. And I've been reading this just because it's short stories, so I don't feel like I'm getting too distracted on the bus. I like to bring soft cover books because they can kind of roll up. So I try to avoid buying hardcover. Sorry. So the first thing I'm just gonna pull out is the first cosmetic bag. So in this bag, I kind of have like toiletries, I guess, that are related to being tattooed. I have some fragrance-free lotion that is by this brand, Beauty Without Cruelty. So that is gonna be your little vegan lotion. I just have that just in case. I'm usually not putting lotion ever on my tattoo the first day, but who knows? That's there. Then I have Hush numbing gel, and this is definitely crucial for being tattooed. I have a couple videos on this if you have no idea what I'm talking about, but I really like this stuff. Lately, I have been like halfway through my bus ride, I'll go into the bathroom, put this on my back, and then I will saran wrap my back so it creates like a seal and the Hush absorbs into my back better. I also have hand sanitizer spray, but it is called Everyone hand sanitizer spray, and I think it smells really good. So I keep that in there, and then like tampons if I need them. That way, like, if I need any of those sort of things, they're all together and I'm not like rooting through my bag in a public place where I'm not familiar. And I travel with money. Obviously, I do not keep it in my wallet. I keep it in one of these bags. And this is just tattoo money. I also do a separate thing where like I have the pocket in my purse and I'll just put like a couple bucks in there. And I call this like my lunch money. I'll count out like $15 to $20 that I keep separate from any sort of real amount of money and keep it somewhere that I can reach quickly, especially like if I'm just like going to the deli or grabbing a soda, grabbing a coffee. I don't want to like put my hands into like some loot, so I'll just keep this out, and it's always like singles. Not that that's super important, but I keep that just like right here, a couple bucks. So I don't like traveling with a ton of money. So I try to travel with my tattoo money separate from my debit card, separate from my lunch money. And this is just because if somewhere along the lines I lose some of my purse, it's just separate. And if someone's looking in my purse and grabs one thing, maybe they won't grab this. So I've been tattooed in sketchy places, and I've been tattooed in places I find relatively safe, and I still don't like traveling with a lot of money. I've done things where I've called the shop ahead of time and asked what the policy was, if they had an ATM inside of the shop, what the ATM fee was, if there was a bank nearby, if the shop person could walk me to the bank. I've had tattoo artists walk me to the ATM, and there's never ever been static about this request. So I don't like to travel with more than like, I don't know, 200 bucks in here, just because it's cash and I could lose it or someone could see it. But I do try to keep it separate from everywhere else. You know, email your tattoo artist ahead of time, be like, hey, I'm traveling from so-and-so. How much money do you think I should bring, or should I hit up an ATM? A lot of people ask me, how do you ask your tattoo artist how much your tattoo is gonna be? And honestly, if you're traveling from far away, just ask them. And if you feel weird about asking, mention that you live far away. I mean, I'm pretty upfront with that, and I say, hey, like, I'm coming from a place that is kind of sketchy, and I don't want to travel with too much money. Next, I have like my little electronics bag, and this is just an old Ipsy bag. I can leave a link for Ipsy. So this is just my electronics bag, and I keep all of my electronics unplugged and separate in here. And you can see that this is a pretty flat bag, and I keep everything flat by like having it unplugged. So in here right away you can see power bank. So I have like a little, right? I have like a little power bank here, and I just got this from Target. It was like $5. It's not the best one out there, but I only use it for emergencies. The bus I take is Megabus, and it has outlets, but they don't always work. And sometimes my phone dies after I'm leaving the tattoo shop, because that's usually about the time of the day that it dies. So this is always good to have. It has like its own charging cord, so I have that separate and unplugged just so it's like taking up less space. I have my iPod Touch just for like listening to music, so I'm not using my phone battery. And I don't always bring this, but sometimes I'm in the mood for it. I only have Joy to Newsome, and I hate myself on there, but it always comes in handy. Then I have like an iPhone charger cord. This is from Target. And then like the little charging ice cube. And that all fits in here. Smushed around so they lay as flat as possible. And again, I just keep them all separate so I can reach for this bag specifically and know what I'm looking for. I'm way more relaxed about like my everyday like purse carrying. Honestly, like when I pack my lunch in the morning, I don't even have a lunchbox, I just put a sandwich in here. But when I travel, I want to be safe and quasi-organized. This little thing right here is called Baggu, and I got this at like a local card store in Philadelphia, but I'm sure you can get these on Amazon. So this is just like a little pocket, and then inside is a grocery bag, and they come in bigger sizes. I got the smallest one, and it's just a reusable bag. Mine is Ethan print. And what I really like about Baggu is when I travel for a while, every time I would see Mark Cross, I would bring him a carrot cake. And it was great to just have this because this has a flat bottom, unlike a lot of like reusable bags. So the carrot cake could just fit right in here. And that way, once I had this open, I could keep my phone in it and not have to like reach into my back to get it. And Baggu is also great for carrying an umbrella. Almost every time I go to New York, it rains. And this is like waterproof material. So once I go into the shop, I can put this in here and not have to worry about it. And I feel a lot more comfortable like just carrying this and having my backpack than just like having a purse and this. So I feel like it's a really natural looking combination. And at the end of the day, like when I'm waiting for my bus, I usually stop at a deli, and that way I can just like put the food in here too, like pull the pocket out of my bag and just like have this. So I try to keep Baggu in my purse all the time. I'm not like super strict about it. Like most of the time I forget, but I definitely always have it when I travel to New York or wherever, just because like my backpack is so full and like disciplined that the Baggu is just great if I have like a whatever kind of thing that I didn't plan for. So I always try to have that. And honestly, like every time I go to New York it rains, so I do bring an umbrella. The rest of the stuff in my bag, I have a little card wallet for my ID and my Metro card. And you should always bring your ID to your tattoo appointments. So I just always have this in there. I also have like an H&M gift card in there if I ever am late. I mean, too early for my bus. I can like go shopping. I've never used it yet, but there is like an H&M on 5th Ave I really want to go to. I have an orange in here because I like to just have a little snack. Usually I'll have something like packed, but the last 2 times I've been trying to eat fruit so that my sugar... Someone left a comment that said like I should be drinking apple juice and like natural sugars. So the last 2 times I brought an orange, which I thought would be rude to eat on the bus, but then everyone around me was like eating weird fruit too. And then I have my headphones. Sometimes I'll put them in a bag and other times I'll just have them. These are noise canceling, so I can sometimes just have them on my head on the bus depending on who I get stuck next to. I like am easily irritated by crying babies like everyone else. My brother actually gave me these. They're kind of cheesy, but I don't know. It's cool that he gave them to me, and I haven't lost them yet, and that's basically just why I have them. And then I have my house keys. They're just in there loose. And then in the pocket of my purse, I just have some mattifying powder and a kabuki brush. I don't bring like a lot of makeup when I go, but I do get like really sweaty and I'm like leaning on my face and I wipe my nose a lot, so I just have a little powder basically for my nose. That's everything for my tattoo travel bag. I try to stay really organized and pack just the basics. Normally if I wasn't filming on my camera bag would be in there too. I have a couple different camera bags that I travel with. I had like a specific electronics bag from Qcknd that I got when I worked at the streetwear store, which is great because it has a pocket for like an SD card. But I get really worried because this is like obviously a camera bag, so I don't always pack it because if someone got a peek into my purse, they'd be like, that's a camera bag. So sometimes I just use like this little bag because it's quilted and I feel like my camera is safe in there. And then sometimes I just put it in any one of these other bags. But that is everything for the things I travel with to get tattooed. Let me know what's in your bag and what is necessary for you. You may notice I don't pack a bottle of water because there are no public bathrooms in New York, so I just wait and I don't drink anything the whole day. Yeah, let me know what you bring to New York, or excuse me, what you bring to travel when you get tattooed. Do you usually go really far where you spend the night, or do you take a day trip? Do you travel by bus? Maybe you travel by car. Maybe you don't carry a purse and you just see where life takes you. Let me know, give this video a thumbs up, and happy 3-day weekend. And I love you guys. Until next time, bye.